Hey guys, this is Ben. Wanted to give you another quick update on HBAR. I noticed something here in a pattern that I think is pretty interesting to look at. And you can see them here, this pattern here, and then our initial pattern here. And it's almost an identical setup. You can see our support lines and resistance lines that we have drawn. You see them here as well, off the highs. And then you can see our lower support line that we have drawn here, and then you can see the new one that is here, and these two are almost parallel. It's actually very nice looking. So it gives me some confidence that something is about to happen here over the next few hours. Honestly, I don't know which way it's going to go. So sorry, but I'm just want to just point out these two patterns and how identical they are, and kind of talk through them just for a second. You can see this move up for our first into this nice consolidation before this big move a few days ago. It took HBAR a while after we made the high. It took it a few hours to get up inside this wedge. And then once it was in there, it kind of stayed in there and made it all the way to its point, and then made its decision to pump, right? And come up here and start to consolidate. And then we had this big blow off thing and all this mess that you guys know I don't care for. So here we are again. We make this move up. Not quite as strong as this move, but still a move up. We make a high, we draw our lines, we figure out where our support and resistance are, and once again it's taken HBAR some time to try to get in here. You can see it tried to do it early here, was immediately rejected, comes down, but it has made it inside this wedge now, just like it did here. It did test the top area of the wedge, which is nice. It was immediately sold off, and now we're working our way into this point. So a couple key things to look at right now. The difference is this one got in sooner and consolidated nicely inside and built some steam before it went up. This one's been kind of, not that great. RSI is coming down. You can see it's trying really hard to turn over right here, just barely. We'll just have to see and watch what happens there. But the big difference is that here we were constantly poking the top. We're constantly stabbing the top of this zone, pushing, and then that got us out. Here, it took us a lot just to get in here, and we've only touched the top once, and the majority of the time we've been in here, we've been just barely trying to hang on to this 35 cents support, which we did lose a couple hours ago. You can see where it went down and tagged, though, exactly on our support line here, which is nice. And now we're in a part where we have to see what happens, and if it can break back above 35, I think it kind of just travels up again and rides this support up into here before we see a move either way. If you look back, that's exactly what we did here. We got into the wedge. We got into this wedge. We went down to support, and look, it just rode up the bottom of the support all the way up, little bitty candles, and then boom, it takes off, right? So we are in that position right now. We've come down, we've tested this level as support. As for now, it's holding, and we're going to see if this can ride this line up and get to this point and either break out or decide to not break out and probably come back and test here. So I'm 50-50 here. I'm a little more this candle just changed. This candle means a lot right now. If this can go green just in the next hour, it's going to help this RSI kind of start turning over, which is what we get here. And if we can turn this over and try to start turning this thing up, it's going to probably help us push up into this zone. And then we're going to need some big volume and some big push to get us up into here, and then hopefully we consolidate here. Hopefully we don't go up into the 50s and 60s, and then what happens after that. It's going to be this again. We just want to make a step up and consolidate. So I just figured I wanted to share this with you guys. These patterns here are very similar, and we'll see how the outcome is this time. Does it go up when it gets to the point, or does it go down, or does it even make it to the point this time? I'm really watching these next couple hours here, because it's going to get squished on this support line here. We have horizontal resistance now at 35 cents, and we also have the 9 that's turning down. So it's going to need some help. It's going to need some buys to come in. You can see just with that little bump on that green, just that little bit has to see what it does to the RSI. It starts to try to make it flip. So a lot going on right here, right now. Hopefully that helps. You guys can watch over the next few hours and kind of see. I'll post a chart on Twitter too and kind of see what happens when we get to this point, what decision HBAR makes. All right. You guys have a good day. Peace out.